is from LasVegasAces.com, Asia Wilson.
Hello, Bill Laimbeer. I see that you're showing some skin, some legs today. How are we feeling about these shorts and the hot Vegas weather?
Go away, Asia.
It's a hot boy summer.
Bill Laimbeer, Hot Boy Summer. You heard it here first from Asia Wilson, reigning MVP. Chris Matthews.
Bill, kind of an off-topic question, but with the success of the Vegas Golden Knights and all that they have done in this city and kind of set that bar high, not just for NHL franchises, but for others, the Raiders, you guys, just the excitement that they bring, and as this city continues to grow as a pro sports franchise city, can you just talk about what they've done as you've seen what they've done with, having your Aces players over there winding the siren and just what they've done for this city and for others to follow?
Well, it started, 3 years ago when they first got here. They had a breakout season and got to the finals and didn't win. It whetted the appetite for everybody. No question about that one. And last year, didn't get it done. But right now, I fully expect them to win the championship, set the tone for not only for us, but also, for the celebration following. But they're a fun team to watch. They're very deep. They play very hard. They play together. And those are all the traits of a championship team, no matter what sport you're in. And I use them as an example numerous times for our players that, look at how hard they play. Everybody from start to finish, every player is necessary. And that's what we're trying to get accomplished also.
Thank you.
Sam Gordon, paper of record.
Hey, Bill. Team leads the league in scoring, offensive rating, pace, just 6 players averaging in double figures. Just how satisfied or how pleased are you with the way the offense has come together, despite the new pieces, and what kind of, do you feel like there's still another gear to get to in time here as the chemistry continues to build?
Yeah, well, we knew we were going to score. We have too many offensive weapons and we're hard to guard. You can't really set a defense because somebody else can step up and fill the void. So we knew we were going to score. Now, how efficiently can we score is what we're trying to get accomplished. Don't turn the ball over. We lead a league in low turnovers. We know we're going to shoot a high percentage because of who we are, and we're an in the paint team a vast majority of the time. So we don't get a lot of offensive rebounds. We need to work on that a little bit more. But I just think our efficiency can improve and our pace can improve. If we're going to outshoot somebody, the more possessions throughout the course of the game, the bigger the margin of victory can be. So I think between the pace and being efficient, we're an outstanding offensive basketball team.
How selfless is this group? I mean, like you guys have talked about throughout the course of the year, anybody can get hot on every given night. And it really seems like whoever is feeling it that night, the rest of the team is into it. Like, how has this camaraderie developed?
Well, we're not there yet. We still get a little bit of me creep in there, which is traditional for professional sports because a lot of players are judged on their statistics. I only care about winning, and that's what I'm trying to get across. And the team's also about winning and individual sacrifice, but on a daily basis, it's still very hard for not all the players. They still want to score. They still want to have their name in the newspapers and on TV. So it's a balancing act that, not only the coaching staff, but also the players have to manage at all times.
Thank you.
Carolyn?
Bill, in the first half, New York hit 7 threes. What adjustments were made that they were a little better contested, only hit 2 in that second half?
Well, they're a three-balling team, so they're going to make some. But I think in the second half, we took away the individual drives for the most part. What happened in the first half, they beat us one-on-one and broke down the defense and kicked out for shooters. That didn't happen in the second half because we closed the paint down a little bit more and contested their 3 balls. And we didn't have to run as far from helping out. So I think that was the biggest key for our stopping their 3-ball attack was, stopping the individual drives. But overall, we also played better in the second half. The first half we played, and make no mistake, New York played very well in that first half. That's the best they can play. And we were still winning at halftime.
Absolutely. And then Liz Cambage is just having a phenomenal season, dominant. What do you see has been the difference between 2 years ago and this year from her?
An acceptance of the fact that we have a very great basketball team is one of the things that she knows that she's playing with great players. So that takes a big load off of her. Also, she's very engaged this year as compared to 2 years ago. I mean, offensively and defense, every game right now, she comes with the mindset of that she's going to make sure she does her assignments. If she wanted to, she can go out there and score 30 points every night. And she's that kind of a player. There's so much more to her game, mid-range game, long game, you name it, drives. But right now, I've asked her to do certain things for us to betterment of our team. So we have a team game, not an individual game. And she's doing it. It's the best I've ever seen her in her entire career in the WNBA.
Great. Thank you.
Christina?
Hey, Coach. It's Christina Williams with Girls Talk Sports TV. This week in the NBA, there are a lot of former WNBA players being considered for head coaching positions. As a former NBA player and a current WNBA head coach, can you just give me your overall impression about the importance of these opportunities being offered to these women?
Well, coaches are coaches. Doesn't matter what gender you are. If they're good, they're good. And I would assume any team in today's world will hire the best available talent. That women are getting a chance to play in the men's game or coach in the men's side is wonderful, I think, because there's a lot more money over there than there is in our league. So, a lot of and quite frankly, we're going to lose a lot of talent for the WNBA because the men can pay more. That's a detriment to our league. There's no question about that one. But it's for the individuals who had that opportunity to move on to the men's league and get paid more. Hey, I think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
John?
Hi, Coach. Thank you for your time. You will have played New York 3 times in a relative short period of time. Is there any advantage, disadvantage, or doesn't it matter?
It doesn't really matter unless a team gets hot or is struggling. We've played some teams that are struggling and we beat them up, or like we haven't played Chicago yet. Chicago's now finding their own stride at the moment. So throughout the season, it ebbs and flows. Playing New York right now, they don't have an SQ, and they had a couple, and Stokes is gone and their injury. So playing them back to back like this is a positive for us. But then again, we haven't played Chicago yet, and so we got 3 games against them. Then they're going to be at full strength by the time we get to them, where other teams caught them off guard. So it's just how the season flows. There really is no rhyme or reason to it. It's just sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't.
Thank you, Coach.
Josh?
Hey, Coach. Josh Kim with Venus Sports here. You guys are riding a bit of a hot streak right now, so I just wanted to I was just wondering, what kind of things are you kind of practicing on, generally speaking, in practices like today before a big game tomorrow?
I don't know if we're on a hot streak. I think we're doing what we're supposed to do right now. Practice-wise, we didn't practice today. We just watched film. There was no reason to get on the floor. We've had Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday games coming here, so you're going to be a little tired. Film would help a lot more than getting on the floor and practicing. But if we do get to practice, it's more so for the people who don't get the time to get out there and to get some timing and to work on their individual games. And we put in new stuff. You always put in new stuff. So we use a limited practice time that we have to add a couple wrinkles here or there. But next week after tomorrow's game, we're going to have, 7 more days off. So we'll have some more intensive practices to keep our sharpness and add some more stuff. We're always going to add some stuff.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, Carolyn, just checking to see if you had one more question, because your hand was still raised. It is now no longer raised. We are moving on from Coach Laimbeer, and we'll be back shortly with Destiny Slocum.